Those of you that have seen my Episcopal coat of arms, notice the three wavy lines that cut it in half. They're blue. They refer to the waters of baptism. They also refer to the three rivers of Pittsburgh, where I was raised. Three. There are three massils on it. Those are sort of hollow diamonds. Also referencing the Holy Trinity, Father, Son, and Spirit. And going on within me right now is some of my Irish ancestry and some of my Scotch ancestries. They're warring to see who's going to win out the battle today, which temper I'm going to have. Sort of a little stubbornness going on here within me, but we're going to talk about the Irish side of me for a moment. And, the first person they said that actually made sense of the Holy Trinity to people was St. Patrick. And he used the three-leaf clover. One leaf with three distinct parts in trying to explain this mystery of our faith. Well, yesterday we had a parish council retreat meeting. It was a planning meeting. And Deacon Mark came up with this idea of using straws to build structures. Well, as you know, I taught math for many years to the elementary students, and making triangles out of straws is something that goes well. And so the structure that Father Mario and June and I built was built out of triangles. And the deacon said to me, why triangles? And I explained to him it's one of the strongest figures that you have is the triangle. Go out to Epcot and look at Spaceship Earth, the triangles that are fitted together to make that structure. So this three. But in our faith, sometimes we concentrate not on the triangle of God, the Trinity, but we pick and we prefer one of the three aspects. You have those that say they have no need of coming to a church because all they need to do is go out into nature and commune with God, the Creator. There are others that say, focus completely on Jesus as the one who saves. And then there are others that say, you just need the Holy Spirit in your life. Yeah. And you forget the other aspects of God. In order to build a strong faith, we need the triangle of the Trinity. We need to realize that each and every day of our life, God the Father is recreating us. He is sustaining us in this earthly life. He is recreating this world, sustaining this world and all of its imperfections, waiting for us to transform it under His guidance into that place that it should be. And then we need Jesus. We need to be aware that in our sinful nature, we need Jesus to save us from our sinfulness and from our selfishness, and to transform us into those creatures of love that reach out to others in the name of God. And finally, we do need the Holy Spirit. We need the Spirit to guide our lives, to give us those gifts, to make us wise, to make us stand in awe of God, to make us aware of God's presence in our lives, and to make our prayer lives and our lives as a church more meaningful and more spiritual and more rewarding. It's appropriate on this day to talk about fathers. Because in a family, you have three parts of that triangle as well. You have the father, you have the mother, and you have children. And together they form a family. You take one of those elements away, and the family structure weakens. And so today in our society, we have many, many people fulfilling the role of single parents, having to be both mother and father, or father and mother to their children. And we need to stand in support of them, to help them fill in the gap, if you will, to encourage them to stay faithful to a God, even though the relationship may have fallen apart. And so the role of father, just like back in May when we celebrated the role of mother, is essential to having that family unit. And we encourage stable family relationships, whether they be straight or whether they be same-sex. As an affirming parish, we celebrate all people in their diversities. Because God, Father, Son, and Spirit, has created all of us and sustains and saves all of us. Well, I don't have that structure to show you today. I understand I didn't put it together too well with the tape and it fell apart. Or somebody stepped on it in his yellow tennis shoes last night. But the structure built upon the Trinity, built upon the triangle of our faith, will survive forever.